Emotional strength is not something you are born with or something only a few women possess. It is something you slowly build, often in silence, often through pain, and often through moments when you feel like you are holding everything together while quietly falling apart inside. And if you are listening right now, feeling tired, unseen, emotionally drained, or questioning how much more you can give in your marriage, I want you to know that this message is for you. Because emotional strength is not about being hard or cold. It is about staying grounded, self-aware, and emotionally safe, even when life and love feel uncertain. And so many wives believe that strength means enduring, adjusting, forgiving endlessly, and staying quiet to keep peace. But real emotional strength looks very different. And to understand that, let me share a story that may feel uncomfortably familiar about a woman named Anna, a devoted wife who truly believes in commitment, who shows up every day doing her best, who supports her husband, manages responsibilities, and keeps the household running while carrying invisible emotional labor. And for a long time, Anna told herself she was strong because she didn't complain. She didn't ask for much. She stayed patient even when her husband became emotionally distant, less communicative, and less attentive. But late at night, when no one needed her, Anna felt empty, overwhelmed, and quietly exhausted because she was confusing emotional suppression with emotional strength. And this is where many marriages struggle silently, because women are often praised for being accommodating rather than authentic. And psychologically, when a wife constantly minimizes her feelings to keep the relationship stable, her nervous system remains in a state of emotional alertness, always monitoring moods, always adjusting, always carrying the emotional weight of the relationship. And over time, this creates anxiety, resentment, and a loss of self-connection. And the painful truth is that a marriage cannot feel emotionally safe when one partner is slowly disappearing inside it. And emotional strength begins the moment a woman realizes that her feelings are not the problem, her silence is. Because strength is not about staying quiet, it is about staying honest, first with yourself, then with your partner. And one of the most important emotional strengths every wife needs is self-awareness, the ability to recognize what you feel without judging yourself for it, to say, I am hurt, I feel lonely, I feel unseen, without immediately dismissing those feelings as weakness, because awareness is the foundation of emotional stability. And without it, women often blame themselves for their pain, wondering if they are too sensitive or too demanding, when in reality, they are simply responding to emotional neglect or imbalance. And another critical strength every wife needs is emotional regulation, not emotional suppression, because there is a difference between responding calmly and swallowing everything until you break. Emotional regulation means learning how to express your feelings without exploding or shutting down, choosing the right moments, the right words, and the right tone to communicate your truth, because calm clarity carries more power than emotional overload, and this skill protects both you and your marriage. Another essential emotional strength is the ability to set boundaries without guilt, because boundaries are not ultimatums, they are expressions of self-respect. And many wives struggle here because they fear that setting boundaries will create distance or conflict. But the truth is that boundaries create emotional safety by clearly defining what is acceptable and what is not, whether it is emotional dismissiveness, lack of effort, or constant one-sided compromise. And a woman who can say, "This doesn't feel okay for me," without apologizing, is emotionally strong, even if her voice shakes at first. And emotional strength also requires detaching your self-worth from your partner's behavior, because one of the most painful traps wives fall into is measuring their value by how loved, chosen, or prioritized they feel by their husband. And when his effort fluctuates, their confidence collapses. But true emotional strength comes from anchoring your identity in who you are, not in how someone else treats you. understanding that your worth is constant, even when your relationship feels uncertain. And this shift is life-changing because it allows you to respond rather than react, to choose rather than chase, and to stay grounded instead of desperate. And another strength every wife needs is the courage to invest in herself, especially when the marriage feels heavy, because many women abandon their own needs when things get hard, believing that focusing on themselves means giving up on the relationship, when in reality, self-investment restores emotional balance, whether it is nurturing friendships, pursuing personal goals, caring for your body, or simply creating moments of peace for yourself. These acts remind you that you exist beyond your role as a wife, and a woman who feels whole brings more emotional stability into her marriage than one who is running on empty. And emotional strength also includes accepting uncertainty without losing yourself. Because not every marriage issue has an immediate solution, and not every effort is reciprocated right away. But staying emotionally strong means tolerating that uncertainty without collapsing into fear, without over-explaining, without chasing validation, and trusting that clarity will come with time when you remain connected to yourself. And I want to pause here and speak directly to the woman who feels afraid that valuing herself emotionally might push her husband away, because this fear keeps so many wives stuck in silence. But the truth is that a relationship that requires you to disappear to survive is not emotionally healthy. And choosing yourself does not mean choosing against your marriage. It means choosing honesty, balance, and long-term emotional health. And even if difficult conversations follow, you will be having them from a place of strength rather than desperation. And as you begin building these emotional strengths, something profound begins to shift inside you. You feel calmer even when things are uncertain. You speak with more clarity and less fear. You stop negotiating your worth for temporary peace. And this inner stability becomes your anchor, regardless of how your partner responds. And I want you to know that emotional strength does not mean you stop loving deeply. It means you stop losing yourself in the process. It means you can love without abandoning your needs, commit without erasing your identity, and stay compassionate without sacrificing your self-respect. And if you have spent years believing that being a good wife meant being endlessly accommodating, please hear this gently. Being a good wife does not mean being emotionally invisible. It means being emotionally present for yourself and for your partner. And as this message comes to a close, I invite you to take a quiet moment and reflect on one question. What kind of emotional strength do I need to build right now? Is it speaking up, setting boundaries, resting, letting go of guilt, or trusting myself again? And whatever your answer is, know that strength grows one choice at a time. And if this message touched something deep inside you, please share it with another woman who may be quietly struggling. Leave a comment and let your voice be heard. And subscribe for more conversations that support emotional strength, clarity, and healthy marriages. Because you are not weak for feeling deeply. You are powerful for choosing to grow through it. And emotional strength is not about surviving marriage. It's about staying whole within it.